All right, guys. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the stream. It's 9:58 a.m. right now. It's Friday the 19th, February 19th. I'm watching VCNX right now with, which I assume probably most people right now. This is the lead, one of the lead gappers, JMP as well, but not really having any sort of volume at the moment. So VCNX is really the one to be watching. I'm overall red on VCNX because of my first trade. It's a bit of a disaster. I held a little bit too long, cutting my losses. Back above 19. I was actually thinking about going for a dip trade just now. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Right now, I'm up around 400 on Watt, down 400 on VCNX, and then JMP I'm pretty much up $50 on. So it's been a scratchy morning for me here. At first I was like, all right, I'm up $500. I only did like 3 trades, and then I gave back, I think it was $900 on my first trade on VCNX. So it was just like one of those head shaker moments, but happens. I don't know why I took so long to cut my losses, but I was listening to classical music. Maybe that was the problem. It was making me too calm. I don't know. Doesn't matter. So I'm just watching VCNX. We might get some more opportunity here on this one. I'm not totally sure. $18 million float, 63 million market cap, US biotech. They have this platform out that looks like it's a different way to treating cancer and other neurodegenerative diseases through an inhibition of SEMA4D. I kind of like the fact that it's 2 multi-project deals on this kind of new platform, this kind of new way to address very, very large health issues and concerns. So I do like that about this ticker. I don't like how strong this ticker has sold off in the past. I don't have a lot of confidence behind VCNX anymore, just the way it's been trading. But we'll see. Maybe it has a little bit more consolidation in front of it, and then maybe it's going to have that second leg to the upside at one point. I mean, we had a 90% or 100% plus move, but then we had a 30% pullback. Now we're bouncing here 30% again. I don't know. It's a tough ticker to play. Cruz says, love me some classical music while trading. Yeah. It was nice. At first, I was like, all right, it's getting me into the flow. And then I was like, nope, it made me way too relaxed. So I'm just kind of watching here, trying to be calm and collected. If you guys know, my picture is down right now. It was starting to come off, and I just took it off. I'm going to put a nail in the wall probably this weekend, but I didn't really have to. I probably could have squeezed it in, but I was thinking the last thing I want to do is be hanging up the picture and then miss the perfect pre-market entry because I'm too focused, and then start getting into some FOMO mood because of that. So that's why I wasn't hanging up the picture pre-market. UAVS, are you guys watching this ticker? From like 8 to 8:30, it had a perfect run. I missed all of it. It was not on my radar, and now it's popping again here. It had a huge sell-off, which almost looked like an offering. Looks like short seller manipulation potentially alert, but it's really having a big bounce here. It looks to me like, based on the volume, could be a dead cat bounce. I don't know. I'm not crazy about getting on UAVS, but it's pretty good action we saw from it. Yeah. Heck yeah. Even though I took my big loss on ACIC yesterday, it was my fault. I shouldn't be day trading as a mid cap anyway. I'm stoked because ACIC is our swing trade We are long on this one, so I'm stoking that it's up. Obviously I could have just held and I would have been up, but what happens if there's a huge report that comes out, blah, 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 short seller report, God knows what, it dips 30% and I'm long with my $50,000 position size. I can't risk that. I like this company. I have a position in it that's already fairly large, but I'm not going to, go crazy for no reason and ruin all of my profits in the last 2 months just because I can't manage my risks. So, as much as I wanted to keep holding, I would have broke every single rule in the book. And yeah, it might work once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, but the time it doesn't work, you're pretty much out of a job. So I don't think that's worth it for me, and I don't regret how I handled yesterday, closing. I do, kind of regret that I didn't close quicker, if anything. But yeah. TAOP coming back here. I'm really not interested in this one anymore. It sold off way too much. I'm going to start shorting everything. Maybe. I doubt it, but you never know. VCNX here on the 1 minute actually looks pretty good. All those failed spikes to the upside are having decreasing volume. Right now we are in a 5 minute flag setup here. Good little breakout potential. Again, I am somewhat lacking a little conviction behind this one. Let's see how it goes here. There's the possible break of 5-5. Colby's going full doomsday scenario over there. Watch out right now at VCNX. It could continue breaking higher, but we got huge resistance right here, so Kyle, I just read that. Are you trying to tell us you were low-key not bullish anymore? First of all, I'm pretty much always bearish towards the market. I don't know why. I always feel like the market's overextended, and when it's down, I feel like it could go down further. I'm extremely conservative on all of these small caps. That's why I usually don't get super aggressive near the highs or whatnot, or even right now. So maybe I am a default bear. I have no idea. Even in bull markets, I'm always surprised how high they go. I've never really considered too much if I'm more of a bear or bull. I don't short or anything like that necessarily. So in that sense, I'm more of a bull. But I don't know. I'm a very conservative bull, maybe. I don't know. Oh yeah, Murphy's Law. VCNX, I'm still watching this one. It could just keep trickling along here. I don't like the fact that we have a new high on lower volume. That's always a big red flag there, guys. Keep an eye on that. Here's the lower volume. Here's that lower high. So higher volume on this lower high. It's not a good sign. Divergence to the upside. JMP, this ticker's been very sketchy. I did not really end up getting too aggressive on this ticker. I did one trade on it, primarily because we flushed twice near the highs. And then we actually had a really good crawl to the upside here, and I just couldn't get myself to get on board right here. Technically, it was a great setup, but because this ticker flushed so much in the past, I don't know, I was not feeling it. So there's that. Ended up having some good opportunities, but markets are slightly up. Bitcoin's up as well. I'm so surprised that Bitcoin hit 5.3. Madness in my eyes. So right now VCNX is about to break pre-market highs at 595, and right now it's at 583. Let's see how high it can go. We obviously have a lot of big resistance above, but we are above the 180-day moving average, so this is a good sign. A lot of failed spikes to the upside here, but it does have multi-day runners as well, so it's not just a one-hit wonder. Next big resistance zone is really this sixth zone, maybe $6, maybe 6.3, maybe 6.5. Once we're about to break here this new high. Yeah, I don't really see why. There would have to be a lot of bad news, I feel like, to stop the market at its current trend. 5.5 has came in as big support, so really the 6, above 6 is really where the resistance really starts. And then I would probably more go say this kind of $7 resistance is a bit more powerful. Is it me or is my camera too low? I feel like I'm slightly cut off. I'm not even really sure if that makes a difference. The bull was sliding off. It was taped on, originally more of a test, and then I took it off. I'm going to put a nail in it later, but didn't have time for it pre-market. Nice pullback there to 61. Well, Mitchell, for one thing, OTCs I feel like really disappeared. I used to day trade OTCs just like we trade Nasdaqs and New York Stock Exchange tickers. I feel like that's kind of not nearly as much as it used to be. Pre-market, I used to never really trade pre-market, so that's really come up quite a bit. There's always going to be little changes here and there, right? Fake out, breakout right there, VCNX. Probably will dip below 5.5. Just kind of giving it some time, watching. We don't use leverage. Abanope. Did you guys see this from Maersk? They're the world's largest shipping container company, and they said they are going to launch the first carbon neutral cargo ship in 2023. I think that's really good news. I was trying to look a little bit more into it, but I couldn't find too many articles that talked about it. For example, here's a classic one article I was looking into. "7 years ahead of schedule." That sounds really good. Carbon neutral fleet by 2050. Texas is still having a lot of issues out there in the cold. Did you guys see the thing on Ted Cruz? That poor guy was on Cancun family trip and he just got so much bad publicity. I haven't really fully dived into it so much, but is it really that bad if someone's on vacation? He couldn't really control the fact that there's a snowstorm, but whatever. It's like, it really seems like it shouldn't even really be news. Sometimes I get a little stressed out with American news because it's like so emotional. But I guess that's what sells, right? Like if you watch, for example, Taga's show in Germany, it's like in less than 15 minutes you watch the whole news, and it's just like the facts, and then it's over. Like it's like the most. It's a little bit unemotional and boring, but it's also a breath of fresh air compared to U.S. news. U.S. news, you can watch 5 hours and not know anything except that somebody smirked weird and somebody's mad at somebody else. It's like so stressful to watch sometimes. Nothing really. I mean, look at this. Number one, Ted Cruz, obvious mistake, going on his trip during the Texas snowstorm. I mean, come on, guys. Who really cares? Deaths are finally going down. That's a really good sign on COVID cases. Cases are obviously going down very nicely as well, but deaths have really been lingering here near the high, so it's good to see that. Did you guys watch the GME congressional hearing yesterday? It was quite interesting. People were getting roasted. It's good fun to watch. VCNX, nice little pop there, last minute pop. Yeah, I'm not really trying to defend Ted Cruz necessarily. I just feel like it's not that important somehow. I don't know. Also, going to a hotbed, necessarily Mexico. I mean, we canceled our Mexico trip as well. So, that's maybe like worse, but not, I don't know, the whole snowstorm and stuff. Like, I don't know. System secure, yes, at the moment. Nice, yeah. Yeah, Constantine, exactly. Oh yeah, my jump for sure. Yeah, escaping the winters is normal. It's a thing that, I mean, like snowbirds, it's like there's a whole term for it. I don't know. I feel like we're just getting too upset on things that aren't necessarily that important. But all right, it's another 12 minutes before the market opens. You guys obviously know I'm not usually trading these last few minutes, although VCNX did give us some good opportunities to get some trading in. So congrats to anyone that was kind of milking this one, getting close to the market open. I'm kind of traumatized of trading closer to the market open, so I just don't do it. I probably will again a little bit more once I day trade on a different platform, but with TOS, ain't no way. Overall, I haven't had any issues today. I heard somebody in here having some issues with TOS this morning, but overall, I haven't experienced any myself yet, but could happen at any moment. We do have to acknowledge that VCNX, guys, right now is at pre-market highs. It's doing a really good little run here. I'm a little bit nervous that it's just going to keep running before the market opens, because then it's going to probably not have the nicest open. I was really hoping we would get a little bit more trading in once the market opened, but it's Friday. Sometimes things are a little light, but since it was a 4-day week, people might be really kind of aggressive here. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Originally, I was thinking that next big resistance level once we go past 6.5 or 6.4 roughly is that 7, little past 7. So that's what I'm watching here for VCNX. Again, I'm kind of hoping it's not going to happen right away pre-market. I do like the fact that the volume came up. We'll see what kind of setup we get. Yeah, saw that's so funny. Yeah, Vlad was, yeah, like as much as I'm also pretty annoyed at the whole situation and Robinhood and their whole response, and especially Vlad's responses, because they're just always not what people want to hear. But at the same time, he's probably getting so annoyed about this whole saga. If he just responded honestly, though, and addressed the concerns, I feel like people would really be off his case. But he's dodging questions pretty well at this point. So that's... Stevenson, since you're probably joking, I'll let it slide this time, but if I start seeing these kind of annoying posts come up, I'm going to start hiding people because it's extremely distracting for what we're really trying to do here. Yeah, and Jason's right. We're up. We've been up every month, so I mean, knock on wood, but I don't know who you're following. VCNX still crawling up here really nicely. In terms of second lead gapper, remember, we always want to be thinking, what's the most obvious lead gap here? What's the ticker that everyone's watching? Well, right now it's VCNX. Are we going to get distracted? Are there other VCNXs out there? Well, I don't know. JMP was a candidate, but it's been selling off very aggressively so far, down 22% from the highs. Clearly in a downwards trend, short term, but midterm here, since pre-market, it's still holding its highs and making a kind of a first stepper pattern. But this looks like it was the second leg and it just didn't hold its highs, and now it's dropping to the downside. WATT, another lead gapper here that we were looking at, also just doesn't really seem to be holding. 42 million float, USA company here with a catalyst, but I don't know. A lot of selling off going on. It needs to really break back here above 6.5, and then it'll be back in play. Till then, I'm not totally sure. TAOP, I'm not interested in this one. It sold off so fast. MTC, Yeah, big sell-off there. I usually am not trading tickers that sell off this much. Sometimes they can be great bottom bounces, but overall it's kind of nasty. UAVS, I gotta admit this one really caught me off guard. Great bottom bounce here, but in my eyes it's a dead cat bounce. Be very careful with this one, guys. If you go to the 4 hour, you can see we had a big sell-off here. Short seller report came out, and now it's kind of coming back to the 9 EMA, which right now it's a downwards trending pattern. So just be careful. So yeah, to answer the question, is there another ticker that people are looking at? I mean, there's a few of opportunities and few bottom bounces and red to green moves we might be seeing, but overall, it really does seem like VCNX is the player. So we'll see. JFU kind of popping up here. Volume's fairly light. News is that there is no news to justify price action. Could just be a little bit of bottom bounce momentum. It's a larger ticker though, and broke above some serious resistance. So I'm not totally sure. We'll keep an eye on it, but I think overall VCNX is the one I'm interested in. Insider selling UAVS. Yeah, I don't trust UAVS either. PLTR, what do I think about it? Wow, this was so thickly traded pre-market. Oh my god. That's going to be on our gapper list later. Well, big bottom mounts there, big buyers coming up there as well here in this $25 zone. A lot of momentum was kind of being thrown around. It's good bounce so far. This could be the beginning of a downwards trend though. Well, not even the beginning. This could be the confirmation of a downwards trend, which really I would argue is more here, because this was the big retest. So we cracked and then we retested. We confirmed the downward trend, and now we're selling off. I'm not sure. Maybe we're going to get back here at 30. But right now, PLTR is definitely in a downwards trend for sure. So right now it's having that retest, big sell volume coming in here. I mean, PLTR, I think a lot of us were expecting this. We were expecting, and we knew it was just going to be a matter of time for PLTR to keep selling, to start, selling off, because it had its extremely aggressive run. But you just don't know how high these things can go. If it went over 50, I would have not been surprised. But at this point, it was no longer interesting for me to trade. So that's why I never opened up a trade on PLTR or swing trade. In these areas, I just wasn't interested anymore. We were talking about, right here is the big breakout. Here's a pullback. Is it going to have continuation here? It tried twice and failed both times. And after it failed the second time, it just went, gonzo. So not too interesting anymore. I don't know. Maybe there can be accumulation at one point and it's going to have some nice dead cat bounces, but I don't know. I'm usually not swing trading bios anyway. Could be a long-term hold. It's hard to say. It's not my classic thing I'll invest into though. Yeah, small disclaimer on the site. Honestly, our real estate here is very tight, but I will constantly throw up my disclaimer here. We do it all the time. Anyway, you guys should know never to trade anyone, follow anyone else's trades. I mean, it's common knowledge, guys. Always have your own strategy. I almost feel like a broken machine because we talk about it so much. But yeah, we're here to learn from each other, and that's, we're not here to copy trade. We're not here to, blindly follow anyone else's trades. We're definitely not here to spam the chat room. I'm getting super trigger happy in this last 2 weeks here with blocking people. So there's almost not even a one strike rule anymore. It's pretty much you're just gone. And if you want to come back, you can email me, alex@tradejournal.co, and then I can get you reinstated. All right, guys, we got VCNX on the chart. We got time of force on day. We got starter size around 1,000 shares. Give him the TOS treatment. The TOS treatment is something that no one should ever experience. It was, I feel like, get the shivers from it from time to time. All right, guys, 30 more seconds here till the market opens. Michael, you got to help yourself before you can help others, or else everyone loses. All right, VCNX, just like Ross Cameron gives back a lot. So, we could all hope to get there at one point. Good luck, everyone. Corey creeping in here in the last second. All right, guys, let's go. Nice big move there on VCNX at the open. Can it break 6.4 and run to 7? That's the big question. I really hope this ticker doesn't get halted. The spread is very tight, so I don't think it will, but anything can happen on an 18 million float ticker with this kind of rally here, up 125%, so it could get halted any moment. Other tickers are, not really too interesting. TOP may have found a temporary bottom, but UAVS selling off there. Creeping. Ooh, there goes that first bigger dip here on VCNX. Can it hold here and get back above 6.5? I'm going to give it at least another minute and a half here. Got to let TOS heat up here. Got to let it warm up for a second, Let Citadel figure out if they want to handle the deal flow today. Overall, markets are pretty much neutral, slightly green. So I think it's going to be, I don't think we're going to have any platform issues. VCNX right now is a bit of a loose cannon, so I'm not super compelled to trade it at the moment. Could easily dip back to 5.5 very fast. But my next target is really that $7 zone. That's really what I want to be seeing. Exactly, Corey. First, you got to let the engine run a little bit once the market opens. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, it's like that chuckling where first you're laughing, then you just start crying because you realize how bad it is. All right, VCNX, let's go here. Third minute almost. Oh yeah, we're all good. Ain't nothing but a red day. It is what it is. I was playing with fire. I was doing stuff I shouldn't even be doing, trading mid caps, and I deserve that loss. It was kind of silly, but yeah, it is what it is. Nice move there on VCNX. I like it. I like what I'm seeing. Let's just hope that, you know, it's going to maintain this trend here. This has been a beautiful run so far. Remember last time, though, it gave back about 30% before it continued. So this has been a bit awkward. Kind of came back up here. Had a little bit of a dip here and then, you know, had that last move. We got next big resistance roughly at 8. So let's see if we can run to 8. I would not be surprised. My computer is puffing and huffing. I hear it. It's like a cartoon. UAVS back at it again. MTC from pre-market. JFU. TAOP also trying. Ah, okay, Corey, yeah. Well, you're very smart to walk away. I was actually just about to walk away, and then I entered a trade that was fine. I actually probably would have entered it green, exited green if I didn't have that accidental like 4x or 5x entry that was really unexpected, and then I just didn't close it quick enough. But it was only like a 3% loss. It was a tiny loss. JMP could be finding a bit of a floor here. Look at this nice little sell-off. Big support here at $8. Anyone going for this bottom bounce? UAVS with a quick sell-off there. 5-minute doji. Typically though, dojis that start inching towards a certain direction will continue in that direction. So it looks like UAVS will probably keep on inching to the upside here. This was just more of a quick pullback slash flush along the way. VCNX is quite extended here, but you know, it's been a pretty good run so far. Right now it's 935. A lot of people are waiting for a pullback on VCNX, and sometimes when a move is too obvious, it doesn't work. So I'm not sure how aggressive I'm going to get on the first pullback. TAOP making good moves here. It looks like it may have even gotten halted. Not too bad. Instant move to $8. Unfortunate, I haven't been riding this one because $8 was my original price target, so, or that was my current price target. So VCNX, you got to get more aggressive on this one. Next price target is roughly in these 10s. I'm not sure if we're going to run to that area. It's going to be a huge, huge day. It's going to be well over 200%. So is that something you want to be holding? Let's see. Right now it's at 823. Surprised it hasn't been halted because this has been a 40% run so far. Congrats to anyone milking this one. I know somebody in here is. Big green volume so far in this ticker. 18 million float, that's what it'll do. Clearly the lead gapper here with $410 million volume so far. Yeah, TOP's halted. Salsa. That's a big SNDL position, Michael, after selling. Watching VCNX, just watching here. JMP could be finding support, could be making a red to green move. This could be a bit of a winner for later today. The spread's a bit heavy on JMP. You almost want to zoom out a little bit, get to 2 cents difference. Right now, this is a critical spot here. Red to green. It's a green on the day officially, JMP. Can it break the shoulder of 9 though? That's what a lot of people are looking at. VCNX might have just had a failed breakout here at 8. Jonathan calling out JFU for breaking 3.5. JMP trying to break 9 here. Wow, boys, what's going on over there? JMP is either having a great pullback opportunity or setting up here for a nasty little flush. But I'd probably lean towards a pullback. I don't know if I'm going to trade it myself, though. It's not a setup that I find to be good risk reward at the moment. Yeah, see, it's pulling back, so my gut feeling was probably right. Maybe just edging a little bit harder to get a nicer pop. I don't know. VCNX kind of looking like it has some opportunity here for us as well. Small size on VCNX. Taking profit there on VCNX. Small trade, very quick one. Was looking for the break of 8, but my mistake today was holding positions too long. I was looking for home run trades pre-market, and that's why I was in the red. This time it would have worked, but I'd usually rather always walk away with small profit as opposed to closing for a loss. And every time I don't do it, I remember why. TAOP, I mean, good call out, guys. This one, you know, great pullback here. Sometimes you get these really nice, you don't want to ticker sells off too much. You get these great bottom bounces. Even if they're dead cat bounces, they're sometimes very nice to trade. VCXT kind of having issues. VCNX, still watching it. Could be another setup. It's very choppy ticker VCNX. Corey's calling out JMP. Yeah, it is really trying here. It didn't end up flushing like I thought it might, so that's technically a good sign. But whew, this little branch that's coming off of this U is, oh, looks like it could just snap any moment. All last 4 candles just fall off. I feel kind of naked without a picture behind me. It's freaking me out a little bit. Every time I look at the OBS, I'm like, something's not right. There it is. There's the JMP flush that I was so worried about. Doesn't mean it's over for JMP. JMP could have just needed a little bit of a shakeout here before it breaks above 9. I don't know. It's hard to say. This ticker's right now in a very strong downwards trend. But it is holding its overall highs around 8. So, you know, it has bullish and bearish cases. It really needs to start trending back to the upside. It's got, you know, a good $1.50 before it's back above VWAP. So it's a hard ticker to jump on at the moment. Five-minute setup closer to 7. VCINX could be giving us a setup though. Sell volume hasn't been that strong. That could be another opportunity for a pump back above 8. I don't know when it's going to come. Could be coming quick. Fist bump. Boom! Appreciate the support, Michael. Thanks for the $3. If only the beer garden next to my house was open, I would freaking... I could almost get 2 beers for that. No, just kidding. With the euro exchange rate lately, like a beer and a half. Gotta love Berlin sometimes. It's so freaking cheap. All right, let's see here. 7% on VCNX. That was a tempting move. I was really close to buying that one. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Happy to hear, Sagar. That's my troll tax. All right, Michael, fair enough. That's hilarious. But cool, Sagar. Leave some comments from time to time. If anyone's watching this on playback, always leave some comments. I'm always interested to hear what you guys think, or if you guys are, you know, trading the same tickers or what you guys did today. Bit of a dip here. Small size on VCNX. Taking profit there. Very quick trade. I had to get myself out of the red. Taking small base hits. Home run trades are usually not the way to get yourself out of the red because you're already not in the place to be holding the home runs in a proper way, and then you get, you know, extremely emotional with every trade that should have just been a base hit. Watt dead or setup? I don't know. That's a good question. Like, down so much from pre-market highs. I don't know. Big support here at 5. I could honestly see 5 cracking. I don't think it's a trade for me, but we'll see what happens here. It could, you know, it has 7% upside, and if it doesn't crack 5, you're only risking, you know, 2%, but you could have a sell order right here if it cracks. So it could be good risk reward at the moment. Sell volume is very light, so it has potential for sure. It's almost tempting the more I look at it. No wonder it was just being called out. Could be a good trade. Don't let me stop you if you feel like it's the one for you, but I'm not sure if I'll do it myself. Remember, I missed a lot of trades. Huge breakout there on VCNX, guys. Big move. Markets are selling off slightly here. Kind of wanted to watch a Watt for a second. Looks like it could be finding support, but could also crack any moment. Next big resistance on VCNX, I would argue, is closer to 10. Good breakout here, decent volume. VCNX might really just keep on going here without a proper pullback. Size at 50. Still selling off though. Closing that one, was looking for a second fill. I think I just fumbled super hard. Yeah, that's painful. I was very sure it was going to break higher. I thought we were going to get a little bit more of a pullback, so I was like, let me correct my trade, let me close it, and then have a re-entry, and that just cost me about 4% there. So, I don't know, maybe $300 or $400. Oh well, is what it is. Let's see here. We still have good upside potential on this one. Obviously, it's got a lot of strength right now. A lot of strength. Breaking 9. Oof. Little sell-off there. Healthy pullback. 43. Minute's not over yet. A little bit of a doji right now. Let's see what's going to happen. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to get a proper pullback here. Let me see what happened to Watt. Watt's still consolidating here. Markets are just kind of chilling at break even. I do have a limit order out for this one. Not sure if I'm going to leave it here. Just kind of a little disappointed that I messed that last trade up pretty badly. 1 minute volume is lighter though, so do want to kind of keep that in mind. Removing limit order for now. Just going to watch it here. Making sure I'm not missing anything, scrolling through. VCNX is really the one to be watching though, especially noticing that there's not a lot other stuff kind of popping up. So nice, Corey,,, slaying the beast, man. Congrats. I just read that 2K on VCNX, man. It's a beautiful thing. I'm a little disappointed that I gave back profits on that last trade. It was, it felt like such a sure thing, and I was like, okay, well, you know, managing a position sometimes is not the best idea. I went ahead and did it anyway, and kind of cost me. We have good upside here for a break of 9.5, so getting a bit more aggressive. Long here, 9.18. Still waiting for that possible break there at 9.5. Not really seeing it. Taking profits there, just wasn't breaking out as quick as I wanted. Ended up being a tiny trade. It's a little sketchy in these areas right here. I like what I'm seeing. I like the fact that we have room to run till 10, and I wanted that move to 9.5. Sniper mode, Corey. I love it. That's what I like to hear. Patience and then snagging where it's hot. Look at WATT, guys. It looks like it did actually find support here. This could break back to the upside. Mind you, it only sold off here about 14%. It's not that bad. Looks like there is some momentum here coming in on this one. VCNX selling back. Yeah, they are, Corey. I just should be doing more of them. I've been fumbling around. Nice breakout there on WATT. Back above the 90 EMA. Question is it going to hold here? Is it going to flush, right? So I think it looks pretty good. Big buy volume coming in. Right here, you can see the orders going through here. A lot of people refer to it as the tape, because in the old days, you'd have the tape with the latest volumes on it. So reading the tape is the expression, right? You're just watching the order flow here. Seeing, oh, there's a lot of sell orders that just went through on WATT. TAOP, yeah, it's back. It's not really my favorite kind of style, but it's doing its thing. Again, pre-market, I was up almost $1,000, and then I gave it all back, and now I'm just kind of like working, you know, a lot to try. Oh, TOS just had a glitch. I don't know if you guys saw that. Just froze and then went again. It's kind of annoying to be constantly in that catch-up position. I feel like it's been almost every day this week. I've somehow given back profits at one point, almost fully, and then gone in the red, and then had to dig myself back out. Yeah, Corey. I like to watch that order flow too. I do like to look for those 5-minute and 1-minute setups when I, you know, as my main focus. And then I use the tape a lot for seeing if momentum shifts, usually on dip trading or, you know, watching the breakout, see if the order book, if, you know, sell orders are being chipped away properly. Good chance that VCNX is going to give a little bit here before it continues its rally. There's much bigger support near 820 or so. Last high also had less 1 minute volume, so there's definitely that as well. Watt's having a lot of issues. It's sometimes really irritating trading a ticker that doesn't have momentum, because you just start getting chopped around, and it's just not a fun place to be. So that's why I'm not really looking at Watt with too much enthusiasm. If it had a good continuation, maybe could put a good setup on there, or like spike. Even if it had a big sell-off, it would almost be more interesting to trade. But trading consolidation is especially if you're trying to trade the breakouts of consolidation, it's a sure way to give back a lot of money. That's for sure. It's almost depressing how true that is. TOP, wow. Okay. I was not expecting this from TAOP. We have a big former gap day here. You do want to kind of be cautious, because that might mean there's going to be so many back holders here that I'm not sure if we're going to get a breakout. Wow, yeah, VCNX just freaking went for it. And that was the move I was looking for, the 956 move for a while. Oof. VCNX just got real. I almost just bought it right now. I literally had my finger on the trigger. Having a mustache is fun. You could do some really weird stuff with it all day long. My girlfriend doesn't really like it. She says I need to shave, but yeah, Corey, I felt the same way. I was like, this is very extended here. Yeah, Robert, I got stuck in 2 of them this week. It definitely changes your mindset a little bit. You go from like this relaxed blue mind state into like this more aggressive red mind state of mind, and just if you have to notice when that happens so you can walk away, because oftentimes you end up like me yesterday, where I could have walked away with $300 red day. I could have even walked away in a green day. And then, at the end of the day, by pushing it too hard, I ended up walking away with a big red day. So, yeah. Yeah, Corey, I like that mentality. She might not like it too much, though. What's up, Super Econ, all the way from India? Hoo-dee-hoo. Nice, Rick. At least you made good on VCNX. Plus, you fixed some stuff in the yard, so double win, man. Vlad, that's playing with fire. I can't even condone those words. Sasa had an error on PC, so he didn't go long. Woo, whatever it takes, huh? WATT, it's going to get a lot more interesting right now because VCNX sold off, right? When a ticker sells off and no longer becomes the lead gapper, what does everyone do? Everyone goes like, oh, what else is moving? And then they go here to their second lead gapper on Watt, and they're like, it looks like it's an uptrend, slowly trying. Mop goes elsewhere. It's literally what it is, just a herd mentality here. Possible size here, but it's tough to say. I wouldn't be surprised if pulled back a little bit more here. It already had a pretty decent 6-7% move from the lows. That's sometimes more than you ever get. So this could easily be the end of the run. Nice, Jonathan. What did you do? Did you short it, or what was your strategy there? EOLS halt. Good call out. Hopefully you're racking in some nice profits today, Ramoli. But good to wrap up here. I'm still seeing what we could find, but thanks, Rick. But you didn't see me pre-market. I did some pretty silly stuff pre-market. Taupe, we're using TOS, ThinkorSwim platform from TD Ameritrade, but my enthusiasm for it has gotten down exponentially. But we got more FAQs in the video description below if you're interested. We also have a whole entire foundation video series if you want to get caught up with everything we do here. TradeJournal.co/connect. Right now I'm just trying to be patient, waiting for possible setup. Obviously WATT here just made a higher low, but more interest coming in on this one. There could be a possible dip buy here. Low 20s I would probably consider. Does TOS need SSN, like social security number? What does SSN stand for? I don't know if I could agree with that, Dan, but it definitely has some nice qualities about it. My favorite thing is you could trade at 4 a.m. I'm not super big fan of the charting, but also you really get used to TOS at one point with the charting. Also, I feel like it's a bit more delayed. I was doing some comparisons for about a month. Actually, no, that's not true. 2 weeks. Yeah, it was 2 weeks. I remember it, and I was almost looking at it every morning, and usually TOS was a bit more responsive. And trust me, I'm not rooting for TOS at all. But that's just what I observed. Yeah. We've also had a lot of reporting here of Webull crashing. I wouldn't say it doesn't crash. But yeah, Webull is definitely my number two for sure. Like I'm all aboard with it. But for day trading, I would still prefer TD if I had to pick. I think a lot of it is also a bit subjective at one point too. What do you want me to check here? I just missed it. IMNM. Don't forget, guys, please use all caps when you call out tickers, or else it's really hard to identify. 1 second. 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 1 and this looks like this doesn't look very good, to be honest. Huge run up here, IMNM from yesterday. I knew this sounded familiar. I usually don't trade yesterday's lead gappers unless there's a really good reason for it. It doesn't look like IMN has a good reason for it. This is probably a dead cat bounce. It's also an engulfing candle here. It doesn't look very good. I would not be very bullish on this ticker unless it had some mind-blowingly good catalyst that could be played out for a while. Just remember it's actually had a really healthy run up here. Like, I can't discount that. That's a pretty nice move. There is a good chance though it might sell off though, consolidate a little bit lower. It's hard to say where before it has a continuation. It's not for me. There goes Watt. I was too conservative on it. I was waiting for a bigger sell-off there. It didn't happen. Load, also an earlier week runner here. Actually pretty good action, good call out there. It is also a similar move here, engulfing candle. I'm usually not too enthusiastic about those. Sometimes you get great dead cat bounces, but oftentimes they just kind of wither out. This is actually a bit more than I would expect, so not bad so far. It is above this candle. That's good. So next resistance is probably roughly at 5.8, maybe a little before then. So we do have a little bit more room to run here. Bit of a doji candle just now. Corey's trying to remind everyone to be focused on Watt. Meng, check out the foundation video series. I pinned it to the top of this chat, tradejournal.co/connect. It'll get you caught up to speed very, very quickly. It's a very short video course, but it's free. And just, it's the easiest place to point people to, honestly. It's simple, but it covers all the main points, and then it'll give you a good idea what you need to be focusing on if you want to start day trading. And then we have the video on my homepage of the channel that talks a little bit more about small accounts, margin, cash accounts, how to kind of set yourself up and all that fun stuff. And then just start, joining, sticking around. You don't have to learn everything in one day. It's impossible. You'll just stress yourself out. Just stick around long enough, and then things will make sense over time. Oh man, WATT, it's super tempting, but it's just super eerie at the same time. Huge resistance here. No, I don't really trade options. I have traded options. I just don't really do it. I think in finance, there's so much you can do, and the grass is always greener on the other side. And I think that's the big danger of a lot of people getting into the markets, because they're just going to want to try everything, which in a way is good, because you should to some extent. But at the same time, it will be the reason you don't succeed in the long term. So if you want to succeed, you do have to at one point figure one or two things out very well. Or you just become an investor. Buy your favorite company and plan to hold for the next 2-3 years, if not longer. That's the easiest. The shiny object syndrome. Yeah, Robert, something like that. I can't figure out what I want to trade right now. I'm watching VCNX on my second screen. It's a lot of shiny stuff going on over there. And then I'm watching WATT with you guys on the main screen, and just so slow, with a chance of a big red candle back to 5, eating up all the last 10-20 minutes of profit. Man, that's a really confusing question. I honestly don't even know if you're messing with us with that question. Yeah, Corey, please do that. I'm actually not even sure what you're referring to. Mixed volume code. You'll see, it's amazing. Let me copy link location. Mixed volume. I'm going to copy it for everyone in the watch list. So if anyone misses this or is watching on playback and they want to get the code, it's in the watch list. It will be right here near the top from Corey. Right here. Appreciate that, Corey. Thanks a lot, man. Let's check it out. Let's see what kind of virus Corey is giving us right now. Corey, can you explain here a little bit what kind of thing you're spreading over here? Why is it not popping up? Hold on, shared items. It should have opened up. One sec. Why did it not open up? All right, now how do I access this? Why is it not showing up here? It should have showed up. Preview, import. Do I want to overwrite it? Not necessarily. Meng's wondering if one share of Apple and it went up, do I sell or withdraw? I don't know what you want me to say. If you want to take profits, you sell, and when you have cash and no more stocks, you can withdraw to your bank account. Beers and Barrels. I'm not sure. Is that a restaurant? Why is Corey's link not popping up in my shared items? How do I access it, Corey? Sorry, I'm not sure why it's not popping up. Yeah, Meng, just try things out. It's only one share. I mean, it's one share of Apple, so it's definitely a bit more valuable. But understand what you're doing. Are you day trading? Are you swing trading? Are you investing? Why are you doing it? Why do you even have one share? You probably bought it for a reason. What's the reason? Did you want to invest in the company? Do you have no idea what you want it to do? Maybe do you want to just sell it? I don't know. It's totally up to you. CTXR, why am I not interested in it? It's making decent moves. It's on a nice little uptrend. It does have resistance coming up. The twos. Nice volume popping up for sure. $75 million shares outstanding, 150 million market cap. Not sure what the catalyst is here. No catalyst, so there's no necessarily major reason it seems like it should be up. I don't know. No major reason besides, I don't know, like, I'm not super stoked about it in any specific means. It does look like it's possibly a great entry here at 199 for a move over, or at least towards 205 and then 210. Sell volume is lighter, which is good. Yeah, I mean, this could be a good play for sure. I have nothing really against it. This kind of reminds me of a stock that I start trading when there's nothing else to trade and I'm just looking for something to trade. That's honestly what CTXR reminds me of. It wouldn't be the worst pick because it has increasing volume. It's a good flag pattern right now. You know, it does look like it has that potential, but it does, in my gut feeling tells me I would only be trading CTXR if I had no other options of, you know, something else to trade. I don't know. But yeah, this looks like a good little setup here. That pullback was really nice. Look at this. This is perfect. Big breakout volume, light sell, pullback volume. That's technically what you want to be seeing. The boredom stock, I've been there, yeah. And look how slow it is. I would have got shaken out. I would have bought at 199 looking for the move over 2.5, and I probably would have just closed for 198 and been a little bit more stressed out after that. That's why I'm not really trading it. It's not that you can't make money, it's just, you know, is it worth it? All right, let me try again here, Corey, with the link. Error occurred while opening shared item. Please consult with tech support. Well, I don't want to wait 8 hours on tech support. I'm not sure why it's not working, Corey. So this is the link. Let me go to open manually. Click the copy, open ThinkorSwim, paste link. Wait, that's exactly what we just did. That's exactly what we just did, Corey. I'm not sure if you saw it, but see, it's gonna ask, do I want to overwrite it? I'll overwrite it. Let's see if it popped up this time. Maybe it did. Maybe you just need to overwrite it. Where is it? Shared items. Shared items. No, didn't do it again. It's a good thing that there's nothing happening in the market right now, or else I'd be. Maybe I have to restart TOS before the shared links work. That could be. You know what? It could be just in the studies because this is workspaces and grids maybe. All right, let's see here. Studies. What was the study called? Mixed volume? Mixed volume. right, let's try that again. Studies, edit studies. Ha! Got it. All right, that took way too long for me to figure out. All right, what is this mixed volume? I feel like my whole charts are about to blow up. I'm gonna apply. Uh-oh, something just happened. Oh. Okay, so basically it shows the difference. Let me remove it, or let me take a picture here. This is actually quite cool. Okay. All right, so for anyone that's kind of curious what just happened, here you can kind of see the difference. So one just shows volume, and the other one shows the amount of sell volume, while the other one shows the amount of just volume in general. So you can see the sell and buy volume. That's actually quite interesting. I feel like I just took the blue pill and I went and saw the matrix here, what's really going on. Is it the blue pill or the red pill? I think it's the blue pill, right? I'm a little bit nervous that I'm going to start looking at this too much and it's going to mess me up. But I think I'm going to keep it for now. I think it's going to be cool to play around with. It's also a bit weird because where it should be green, sometimes it's actually red, so it's a little bit harder to say if it's a green candle volume or red candle volume. Yeah, Feng says keep it simple, stupid, and and to the most part, I agree with Feng. I'm going to try it out here a little bit. Plus, everything's very slow today anyway. But it's cool. It's very, very cool. Let me go here and add it against. Actually, when I open TOS tomorrow, it's going to naturally disappear. But very cool. How come? Oh wow, there's no selling volume here on this rally. This is interesting. There's almost no selling volume here on the open on FUTU. Let's go to a ticker that we know a little bit better today. This is a little bit more even. Woo! Sorry guys. So that was a pretty even open on VCNX. Sell volume died off, and then buyers really started taking over. We had this bigger resistance zone where people were selling a bit more, which makes sense. Actually, my screen above is still normal, so you can kind of see here what it usually would look like. So let's zoom in a little bit more. And then move this one here and play around with it. So you can see it's definitely a little bit different. So for 3.5 roughly. I mean, they do show the same numbers, so that's good. This one was a blow off top right here. I have 4 monitors. Just enough to get my fix. I think my problem with this would be, I'm trying to think what my problem would be, or like how I can, use it to my advantage. I think my problem would be is I would probably put different weights on setups which I have yet to properly kind of configure in my brain. I like, is this volume here good or bad? I'm not totally sure because I haven't seen it 100 times. While the other one I've seen many, many times, and I have a better intuition for it. This one might be better long term because technically there is more information to take out, right? So that's an interesting thing to consider, obviously. All right, well, I'll definitely leave it here for today, and then we'll kind of play around with it, add it, remove it, add it, remove it, and so on. See how it. My top screen is obviously still different, so it's kind of nice because I can compare two all the time. Oh yeah, KO33. I've only seen a few footages, but I can only imagine how bad it is. Like, if your house is not prepared for freezing temperatures, I mean, it's going to get pretty ugly, right? It only makes sense. Yeah, VCNX is really trying to break that downtrend. I would be nervous though because of the last flush here. So if there's a nice little pump back to $8, it might get slammed down. So if anything, you'd probably want to get on this one early. A Winkler hoodies for those sunny trades. Hey, is anyone into creating like clothes or designs or anything like that? I'm going to be pumping out. I'm going to get the store back up and running after it was down for a few weeks here. I just need more designs. So if anyone's interested in that, either email me or I'll make a spot in the Discord that we can all use to kind of discuss that. So let me pull this up here. Let me go to TradeJournal and then website. Sure, clothing, or I'll just call it merch designs. Merch. Is that how you spell merch? But yeah, if anyone is interested in that, I really suck at designing shirts and stuff. Like I really like the ones that I have in my TradeJournal sweater. I love them, but I just don't come out with a lot of new stuff that's good. I feel like you guys give me great ideas, but then I don't really like put them together. So if anyone is interested in doing some shirt designs, let me know. Be a fun little collaboration. The Discord is in that link here, TradeJournal.co/connect. That first link in the right below the video, you can get the foundation video series, you can get the checklist PDF, you get the Discord link, some other courses we have here, the Facebook group, and so on. You can get my channel or my dashboard here. We've got over 2,000 documented trades. Oh, this is the ACIC trade from yesterday, guys. Look at this. Palmer's knows what I want here. Yeah, this is the disaster from yesterday. But anyway, TradeJournal.co/connect. This is where you can get all the juicy stuff. Yeah, no problem. Is it Yakov? Yakov? I think it's Yakov. No problem. It's totally fine. What would an A Winkler shirt even be? You don't mean like actually write Winkler or A Winkler, or what are you getting at? See again, I must be just super uncreative when it comes to that, but let me know. Whew. Yakov. Okay, well, I was worried there. I think I get everyone's name wrong here in this chat, so it's a little bit embarrassing, but I do apologize. A lot of nationalities and backgrounds and anything linguistic has never really been my forte. Winky power. There we go. Oh yeah, Mark, that's actually a good idea. That's a really good idea, Mark. What is my email? The email is alex@tradejournal.co, and you'll see it here popping up as a disclaimer right now. Well, I think we're pretty much done with day trading. Let's go ahead and review our swing trades here a little bit quickly, and try not to cry because we hit $5,000 on P&L. Actually, never mind. Oh my God, I totally forgot about this. Sorry if I just screamed in your guys' ears. We closed out GOEV. Pre-market. I totally forgot to say. It went up another like 1% or so, but it had a huge sell-off here, and I really didn't like that crack. It looks like it might be entering a downwards trend here. I don't know. I've held this one for so long, and I totally fumbled because my goal was to sell over 20, which we got for a short second here, but I never really ended up taking my profits. Went up to actually it didn't even break it. It went up to like 20 or 19 something, but my goal was always to sell it over 20. We had a phenomenal perfect low entry on this one, right here at 12 something, 12.23. Had a low of 12, so that was great. And then it ripped up here, ridiculous, 84%. We didn't take profits. It was a swing trade. I wasn't really necessarily, in my eyes, being greedy. I was just looking for my, thesis to play out. Unfortunately, we didn't, get it, and then I had to hold through all this. And I don't know. I'd rather, we're still up. We're still up $1,000 profit on GOEV, but I kind of got to the point where I would rather reallocate cash. So we are out of this one. Totally forgot about telling you guys. I knew there was something, but I couldn't put my finger on it, and I guess that's what it was. So let's check here the other swing trades. And if anyone's curious, we are ending the day here up $551 profit. An okay small little red day here. It looks like I'm crooked. Doesn't it look like I'm crooked? Because this is all over the place here. So it's like there's black stuff behind me. That's really undescriptive. So yeah, we're ending up day $551 profit. I gave back a lot of money today again. It's been so sloppy for me lately, guys. I keep chasing entries that are bad. For example, so far for this month, I've given back $17,000. Last month, I only gave back roughly $8,500. So I've given back around twice as much as last month, and we're like a little past halfway point. So I've been doing very sloppy trading. A lot of times I'm up $2,000, and then I'll either end the day red or end the day down $2,000, like yesterday. It's been hectic. Yesterday, for example, here's yesterday. I gave back $5,000 alone yesterday. So I had a feeling I gave back a lot of money yesterday, and I did. And I guessed it would be around $5,000. It was $4,800. So just yesterday was a disaster. It was a real disaster. Like I was so sloppy in my trading, and yeah. So it really shows how much money I've been giving back lately. I just wanted to kind of remind you guys that it's not been the best month for me in terms of consistency. I've had some really good days, but just really bad days as well. And even the good days are like could have been great, but I gave back a bunch of profit usually. So yeah, I think we're going to wrap it up here. I think I'm super happy to even end the day green. We were red today. My first 3 trades, I was already up almost $1,000, so I should have just stopped there. But yeah, it is what it is. So we're for our swing trades, we are out of GOEV. So it's nice to take those profits off the table. I'm ready to reinvest it. And let's quickly go through the watch list here a little bit with you guys. Obviously, American Airlines. Wait, well, actually, let me see what you guys are writing here in the chat before the comments disappear. The tricky tickler. All right, Kyle, I'll actually take note of that. I think we could pull some ideas out of it. Thanks for those. Let's see. Omar says, can I import Das Trader spreadsheet into TradeJournal? Yes, but you need to configure the CSV file first to fit the one that that is the example on the import page. So when you go to import and what just happened? I literally don't know what just happened. When you go to the import page, you got to make sure that you're using this CSV file example, and everything has to line up perfectly. So if you're using any sort of trader, Webull, DAS, you can download your entries or you copy them from the site, and then just use a CSV for example, here's a TD Ameritrade example. Here's the instructions how to do it. You basically add your trades here, and then there's an auto split that splits everything up, and then you download this final version. You go here, file, download as CSV file, and that's actually what you upload. So you just do the same thing for any other trader broker platform, right? It's fairly straightforward. If you have any questions, you can always email me about it. Yeah, Constantine, Alex at TradeJournal.co. That's the one. Oh yeah, Michael, man, I'm so sorry to hear. What's your plan to address that? Is it just a lot of swing trades that you're holding on to that you're just kind of waiting here, or what's going on there? What's my reason for entering Clove? I think it's oversold. I think the short report was extremely aggressive, and the responses seem to be pretty much like there's really not that big of a problem. So I don't know. It could be a bit of wishful thinking. I could be just blindly following Shamath a little bit too aggressively. But I think any company that sold off, around where they did, big buy opportunities around 10 to 11. I feel like I feel fairly comfortable buying in these areas. So yeah, bit of a technical play, big support zone. No problem, Omar. OPTT, I don't know, no real thoughts there on this one besides the fact that it's really nice support here in this area. I mean, this is a classic entry I usually go for, knowing me. 13% bounce, that's really nice. RKT, Rocket Companies, and even Iraq Space are both companies I'd maybe even consider. Rocket Companies was really... it's losing a little bit of steam here. I'd be careful. Right now it could just keep selling off. Space had a good little drop. This would have been good this week to accumulate. This was actually originally my goal, to accumulate it. All right, Jonathan, man, take care. Let's go back to the swings here together, reviewing ACIC. Should I have just sold this one? Maybe. I don't know. That was a nice move to 18.6, but today it just gave back so much. Ugh. We're down almost 10% today on this one, but we're still up more around 1,000, so that's nice. BFT is really just slow cruising here, not really doing too much of anything. Clove, yeah, I'm looking to see if this thing dips one more time. I think even if it does a dead cat bounce, it could be a really nice bounce. Not as nice as QS, but I think we could be seeing like a 15 to 20% move. So I'm still pretty bullish on it. CLVR, I just got a limit order here. I would like to buy this one if we can get an entry around 14, but I don't know. I'm just kind of watching it overall. GHVI taking Matterport public. I'm still very bullish on this one, but it's just a bit of a slow mover here, so that's a bit unfortunate. GRWG, growth generation, one of the best cannabis plays lately, is having a lot of issues here, but we got earnings coming out on 325. Thanks for Jeff, 420 Chef, reminding me. This could be a little bit, buy the rumor, sell the news. It's been really, really good earnings lately, consistently. So that might be a lot of anticipation. I just feel like you're buying at really highs right here. It's only a $3.32 billion company, but it's had a really strong run. So it already had this 26% sell-off. It might see another sell-off in those areas. I would probably rather buy it here towards a double bottom, personally. IPOE. Yeah, I had higher hopes that this would really rocket here, but I'm still pretty optimistic on it. SoFi, they're taking public. MBAC. Man, this Hong Kong SPAC has really turned into a bit of a snoozer. I had a lot of good opportunities to take profits on this one. Again, I was waiting for that break past former highs, and that, is kind of what's been costing me on it. Playboy's doing okay. QS makes me so bad. Every time I wanted to trade QS, I somehow missed it. No comment. Shift. I think this one could be a good multi-week, multi-month hold in these areas. You kind of don't want to miss maybe an opportunity here. It looks like it's really holding this area well. If it has a little bit of a fake out here, I think I'd be jumping on it fairly quickly, but this might start its upwards trend very soon. SSPK, great move. I don't know. I squeezed over 100% out on the SSPK, so anything that happens, I can't really, I don't really regret. I'm pretty happy overall. THBR Thunder, BRDG acquisition, another SPAC that really has lost momentum, but it's a semiconductor SPAC that I feel like when the right hype comes behind this one, I think it could be a good run. I'm down slightly on it, but we'll see. TAC2 Chef, it's really consolidated here for a really long time. I wouldn't be surprised if it just had a random 10-20% dip. Maybe not a 20% dip, but around 15. VIH taking back public. SPACs have been very weird lately where, like, what is this? Huge rally after the open yesterday, and then it sells off. So I don't know. I'm pretty, overall content with our swing trades. I've been expecting to see a little bit better continuation follow through, but it's a little bit slow on the swing trade front, which, it's fine. Take care, Glenn. Thanks, Kyle. Hit that like button, guys, before you roll out. I really do appreciate it. Have a great weekend, too, guys. MREO for swing being called out. Oh yeah, I like the fact that it's breaking some big resistance. I really don't like its long-term chart. It's usually something I would avoid like a plague. It's also biotech, so I don't swing trade biotechs, but technically, short-term, it's a very bullish pattern, so it could be good. SFTW. Nice big rally there. Osprey. Oh, this is Osprey. Yeah, I totally missed this one. I was looking at Osprey. I think this is probably going to be an interesting one to follow up on. It had one of those false breakouts again. I would probably put an alert on here. I think you could probably get a better entry than what it's at right now. I always like buying SPACs below 15. So I'm going to put a 1 share size here, and I'll keep it on my watch list. That way we don't miss it. But do your research on SFWT. I think it's a good one for sure. CATB for day trading. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice little pump there. Kind of a lot of sell volume overall in this one. Big resistance, but it's also a bit of a bag holder ticker. A lot of bag holders on this one. Let's go through this one. Save. Spirit Airlines. Their ticker is Save. I forgot about that. It's been a long time since I've looked at this company. Crawling back there. Really big resistance right here. It's worth looking at. It looks like it's going to have a breakout here. I sometimes like buying these moves once they actually pull back again. I think it's worth keeping an eye on. Good call out there on Save, especially with airlines right now kind of coming back a bit. SeaWorld. I think this is the first time I've ever looked at the SeaWorld stock. No joke. I don't think I've ever looked at SeaWorld before. Wow, they're about to break all-time highs. What's the dividend on this stock? There's no dividend. Wow. That sucks. That means if you're holding SeaWorld since 2013, you're literally back at break even. Minus inflation, you're deep in the red. That sucks. Really good move from the lows. Most stocks had good moves, better moves than this one, but man, I don't know how I feel about it, honestly. I was at SeaWorld last year, or was that year before last year? I was at SeaWorld recently. I had a good time. It's really expensive, though. Sono. This is the ticker I wanted to buy back on, and it totally ran off without me, and now I just feel like a fool every time I look at Sono. Wolf of Wheat Street. That's hilarious, Nicholas. Is that a YouTube channel? Take care, recovery, D-Road. No worries, Rick, man. Do what you gotta do, but I appreciate it. Let's look at AQST and then wrap it up here. Don't forget to leave any comments, guys, below. AQST, Aquestive Therapeutics Inc. Oh man, I feel like I can go to a therapeutic right now. Get a massage, go in a salt bath. I miss going to the spa. I used to go to the spa once a month. I'm a big spa person. It's kind of ridiculous. I don't know if you guys know that. There's a really nice one in this. Actually, there's so many here, but there's one specifically, Vibali, that I frequented quite often. And take this, it's a totally nude place. So there's hundreds of people there and everyone's naked. It's hilarious. It sounds weird, but you get into it pretty quick. AQST, what do we got here? It's channeling. So if you're bullish on this company, right now would actually be a really time to go long it. I obviously don't know anything about AQST, so I can't really comment on it besides a quick technical analysis. And it looks like it's forming a higher low here, came back off support. This is a huge range it's trading between. So if you think AQST makes sense, it does have lower highs coming in though, but it also has higher lows here. There's definitely going to be a breaking point at one point. Right now, if you just trade basic mean reversion, this would be a good buy. Mean reversion is how most bots trade, which is basically, you can see this is the perfect middle. So every time a stock goes too far away from the mean, which looks to be around $6 at the moment, there's a retrace, and that's exactly what's going on here. Those are 10% bounce. I don't know about anything about AQST, but technically right now it would be a decent buy. And if you like the fundamentals, it's an even better buy. So do your homework. All right, VYNE, and then we're going to wrap up. VYNE. Or a beach. Yeah, beaches are good too, but there's no beaches where I'm at right now. I have a hard time trading companies that look like this because they just seem so unpredictable to me. And if I wanted to swing trade it, I usually like to allocate, 10% of my portfolio to my swing trades. And I just don't know if I would be able to sleep at night knowing that this could just randomly come back down here and I'm down 30%. I don't know. Could be great. Obviously, there's huge support at 8, but there's also big support at 6. So where's it going to find its bottom? I don't know. I couldn't recommend this one myself. I like the other one more. Woo! All right, guys, let's go ahead and wrap it up there. I am done with speaking for the day. My coffee is empty. My water is also dry. We are wrapping up green, so I'm happy. Hectic week. Yeah, what can I say? It's been a hectic week here. Just turning my wheels. Have a great weekend, everyone. Unfortunately, it's not a 3-day weekend, but it's a 2-day weekend of chili vanilla time. Definitely don't forget to have a good relaxing dinner, maybe a fat glass of wine or just the whole bottle. And yeah, I will see you guys then first thing on Monday morning. I'm stoked. I'm already ready for Monday. Like, I'm ready for the weekend. I'm going to work most of this weekend on TradeJournal, but I'm ready to go. I'm ready to start trading with $50,000. That's what I'm ready for. Imran Udin. Anyway, sorry if I get your name wrong. We stream on YouTube every weekday. It's right in it's the first thing in the video description right below, from 9 to 11. It's almost 11. Wow, we're usually never this on time with things. Thanks, John, for answering that. I'm so dead. I couldn't even answer it. The question. I can't even speak right now. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Take care. Active on Twitter as well. Wolf of Wheat Street. All right, I'll definitely look into that, see what kind of tickers he's calling out. I'll add it to the watch list, which you guys will see in the first pinned comment below in about 1 to 2 hours. All right, guys, take care. Chowie. Till next time, I'm out of here. Peace out, guys. Time for some elevator music. All right, peace out, guys.